Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classics S 9 Classics. This episode 914 and Doubleshot number 808. I have two Transformer trades, both by John Barber. Yep. The guy was a longtime editor and writer of the series, so why not? First up is a prelude. Yes, a prelude to a film that I never saw. That bombed the box office because it came out the same month as Aquaman. This is Transformers Bumblebee Prelude. Yep. Prelude to a film I never saw. Yeah. This was a four-issue miniseries. And here's the thing. It's set roughly about 10 years for advance of the film because it takes place in the 70s. Because from what I read, the film takes place in the 80s. Okay. Yeah, and here's something neat about the issue chapters, the issues in here. They all come from names of James Bond films. The first issue is called The Man with the Golden Car, which is a play on the second Roger Moore film, The Man with the Golden Gun. Yep, which starred Christopher Lee as Francisco Scaramanga. Yep, and this whole thing is a spy adventure. It's really fun. And it's set like in UK during the 70s. The second issue is known as The Living Headlights, which is a play on the first Timothy Dalton film, The Living Daylights. Yep. I know because I've seen all these films. Yep. The third issue is called Energon is Forever, which is a play on technically the sixth Sean Connery film, Diamonds Are For, let's see, Energon's Forever. Let me think. The only title I can think of that has the name Forever in the title is, Diamonds Are Forever. I'm trying to think here. No, nothing I can think of. It's probably just a play on the seventh James Bond film overall, which is basically Diamonds Are Forever, which is a good film. Yeah, it's a good film. It came out in the early 70s. It came out in 71. It came out just a couple years after Our Majesty's Secret Service. The last issue is known as From Cybertron with Love, which is a play on the second Sean Connery film, From Russia with Love, which is a classic film, and was at the time the reason why they made that one second was that it was JFK's favorite James Bond book. So why the heck not? Yeah. Good spy stuff in here. Mentioned MI6, which is great. And Bumblebee in this miniseries has a completely different look. Even the film, he's got a completely different look than he did in the Michael Bay Transformers movies. Yeah, that's one thing I saw from the trailers for this particular film, was that characters look like the Gen 1 counterparts. Which, from what I've heard, Michael Bay hated the Gen 1 looks. He just wanted to do his own looks. I'm like, what's wrong with the original looks? This is a good miniseries. Give this book a 9.5 out of 10. I still haven't seen this movie yet. Yeah, and here's the thing about the film. It stars John Cena as an agent of Sector 7. The same sector that was suspended in the first film. Though this is set years before that. Alright. Time for a regular Transformers book. This is Optimus Prime, Volume 4. Surprisingly, no subtitle. Yeah, that's something quite weird about the Transformer books. A lot of the time, these books never had any subtitles. Like Volume 4, whatever. Yeah. This book contains issues 15 to 21 of the series. Yeah, roughly 7 issues. And get this, the series actually just ended recently after 25 issues. Yes, 25 issues. This book itself, the storyline here is kind of a loose follow-up to that of 2LR1 and a little bit of First Strike. Yeah, why would I say 2LR1? Because Windblade isn't here, and there's a lot of stuff mentioning from the 2LR1 series, which I didn't like the fact the series ended. It's only 12 issues in the annual. Now, the annual itself was released like 2 months after the series already ended. Yeah, you have Cybertron going home with the Earth representative, Melissa. What's her name? Melissa something. I don't remember her name. She used to be president of the United States, and she was also the head of the Earth Protection Force. Yep. Here she is. Her name is Melissa Fairborn, which, believe it or not, Her father is Lieutenant Flint of G.I. Joe. Yeah, and this book has got more than one artist on it, believe it or not. Yep. That's not a joke, it seriously does. Okay, now, for issues, the main artist for the majority of the issues is, in fact, Ki Zama. There also is, this particular artist has issues 15 to 17 in 2021. 18 and 19 is done by Sarah Perry DeRocher, who does issues 18, 19, and 21. 18, 21, these are, of course, co-artists by Liv Ramadel. Yeah, one of my favorite Transformer artists is actually on these issues. Yeah, if you've ever read the Megatron Origin miniseries, this is the artwork from this particular thing. I don't want to show up a spoiler here. Let's see. What's a good one here? Yeah. The thing with the character on this cover, as what the review of this character is, it's actually quite a surprise. Because Optimus Prime thought this character was dead. Who is this guy? It's frickin' Shockwave. Yep. Shockwave. And apparently his real name is Onyx Prax. Which I'm like, okay, John Barber, why the heck would you do that for? And apparently, the reason why he's still alive, because apparently he faked his death, went back in time, basically created the Primes and proved they didn't exist. Yeah, and basically kept calling Optimus Prime Orion Pax. Yeah, they mentioned the Dinobots in here, and of course, in the ending, this sets up the mini-series that pretty much ended this universe, Transformers Unicron. Yep. Though this year they're going to reboot the whole entire universe. After 13 years of build-up. But John Barber, if you look up basically his work, he's written a good majority of this particular universe. And from what I can tell, he's a big Transformers fan. That's probably the reason why he wrote it for so long. Yeah, there's fights in here which are really good. And yeah, this is overall really, really good. The ending shows Unicron in this comic book. Excuse me. Yeah, even though it's shown briefly. But yeah, anybody can tell by look at this picture, that's frickin' Unicron. And if I remember, I don't remember if his robot look actually looks like the way he did it in the original appearance. Back in the original Transformers, the movie released back in the 80s, where he was voiced by the late Orson Welles. Yes. Those who have heard Orson Welles, yeah, the thing with this guy is, I've only seen him, aside from appearing in a voiceover voicing Unicron, the only other film I've seen him in is a film that's considered to be the greatest film of all time, though I don't like it at all because I think the film itself is very boring to me, despite the praise the film gets over the years. What film am I talking about? Citizen Kane. Yep. And yet this film is heralded as the greatest film of all time, despite the fact I think King Kong is better. The original King Kong. Yeah, it's stop motion. It may not be CGI, but at least it's a better film. It's a lot more interesting. And it's not boring because it's black and white. Yeah, that's a common complaint I get about black and white films, is that some people around my age do not like black and white films because they think they're boring. Just because black and white. Yeah. But this overall is really fantastic. I give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Really good. It's interesting, though, that after like whole stuff with the Optimus Prime stuff that's been going through issue 1, it's kind of loosely wrapped by issue 14. And it kind of feels as though that I think John Barber probably felt sad about ending 2001. So he had this whole arc, but he simply put a loose follow-up to that. It's sort of a semi-continuation of that particular series in a way, because you have Starscream in jail. Also, you have the stuff with Dark Cybertron, that very good crossover that came out. I think it's been a good 5 years since it came. It came out a few years ago, and that was the storyline where in the aftermath, Megatron became an Autobot, and during the course of the storyline, Bumblebee died. Yeah, and apparently Optimus Prime actually went to the Dark Cybertron. Yeah, which is simply put, if you read the crossover, it simply reads kind of like IDW's version of Blackest Night, even though this came out a few years after Blackest Night. But I highly recommend it. It's really, really good. Yep. So overall, that's really it for this particular review. Yeah. Transformers is awesome. I can't wait to review the next tray for related to it. Yeah. Though I think a lot of people might think it's quite strange because a lot of people are used to seeing subtitles with certain volumes of trades, but it's something though the independent books a lot of the time don't do that. Yeah, aside from the Transformer books that don't have subtitles, the only ones I can think of they don't do. I know that Image doesn't do this for a lot of their books. Yeah, that's kind of the weird thing about it is that if you're not Marvel or DC, apparently there's some strange rule where you cannot give the book a subtitle to go along with, like after the number, because that's generally what I'm used to. Here is like nothing, just Optimus Prime Volume 4. I'm like, really? That's it? You're not gonna sell the fact it's the return? It's basically the beginning of the end for this universe. Yep. Well, nope. Can't be bothered to do that. All right. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned tomorrow. I've got roughly one video planned for tomorrow, and that's a review of the newest chapter of My Hero Academia. Aside from that, there's nothing else planned for tomorrow, video wise, okay? But to see you next review. Bye.